All right, let's go. Episode 2 of eCom Raw Reality. And in this one, we'll talk about discounts and why e-commerce brands need discounts. And I want to bring this topic up because this is something that many founders actually think of and are against. And there's a good reason for that, because if you discount one of your items, let's say you sell an iPhone, right? iPhone doesn't really discount that often. And most people want to be like Apple. The problem is you have to earn your way to being Apple. And I'm mentioning this because here we're talking about e-commerce brands that are making 100K, 1 million, 10 million, even 100 million. And all of them more or less fall in the same category. There are still small fish when you compare them to Pepsi, to Coke, and most of them actually have that goal of being acquired by a bigger company. So in that case, what's the main goal for most e-commerce brands? Making more sales, growing, ideally more profit. And this is where I want to bring something up, because today it's March. I can actually look here at my watch. It's March 15th, a random day, Saturday. Doesn't really matter. March isn't best of days, isn't the best of months, pardon me. And you can watch the first episode because I was saying around the same things when it comes to March as a whole. But now I want to focus more so on discounts, because even right now, so let me show you a Shopify store. Let me see if there's the name here. Ideally, we don't have the name. Let me remove the Slack notifications and so on. And you can see here, if it starts to actually show up, that this store is having an uptrend right now, right? Yesterday and today. And basically 73% higher sales during this time, which actually means, just for some back-end numbers here, I think yesterday they made around 2.8K in profit, and I'm actually the one who's helping them with their paid media and business growth. And before that, for the entire month of March, even though paid media wasn't necessarily performing that bad or anything, I think the profit was probably 230. And that's because when you grow, you have additional costs, so you actually need more volume. And if you need more volume, you need to send more traffic. But what if those people who are being sent to the website aren't buying? Well, you need to work on the offer, because you can blame advertising, you can blame the market, and yeah, the market isn't the best right now. So what do? Well, you introduce a discount, because people love to get higher value for a lower price, right? I mean, it's all perception anyway. So if you don't discount, it's like, why would I buy now? Why would I have a reason to buy now when there are millions of other brands out there, drop shippers even, who prefer to give me a deal, right? So that's why, even if you look at Samsung, right? Because I also have a Samsung phone here. They discount their phone fairly quick. Why? Because they need to. Right now, the S25 is almost the same price as the S24, just because they couldn't find a reason to actually bump the price way too much. And there are actually less features. And as an example, right, because let's look at real life examples from Samsung, which is one of the bigger companies. I mean, if you don't want to be Samsung, don't do what they're doing. But I bought this Galaxy Buds Plus around 4 years ago. Unfortunately, I lost them when I was to Dubai, and I rebought them again for less. So instead of paying like $150 like I did 4 years ago, I paid, I think, $50 to buy them from someone else. And the thing is that they are much better than the ones that I actually bought brand new, which were almost $80. And the thing is that this is an update. Like, this appeared around 2 years later, and they still have worse battery. So you can come up with your own conclusions here, but the thing is that over time, it doesn't necessarily become easier, and you just need to do more marketing, right? Because basically, Samsung, what they did is they created some worse earphones, charging you more than I could pay for like secondhand product, right? Because unfortunately, this isn't even manufactured anymore. So that is to say that in most cases, as a founder, as a marketer, agency owner, because everyone faces this challenge more or less. It's either the founder maybe sometimes, or the agency that doesn't think even of having deals, discounts, and in e-commerce you need to have that, especially during months like this in March. Just recently there was St. Patty, which isn't even a big deal, but at the same time, that's when you give people a reason to buy. Because if you don't give them a reason to buy from your brand, they will buy from another brand that will give them a reason to buy, right? That's why, for example, relationships sometimes don't work, because in the beginning you do everything and so on, then you just don't do as much anymore, right? And it's the same with brands. Like, you grow in the beginning because you probably offered some additional value, either in terms of the actual product, right? But also some deals, right? That's why usually when you get earlier into a project and even buy from a brand earlier, you actually get like a discount. And even with the brand I just showed, around 1 year ago, they had a lower price, but then they increased it because of inflation, costs, and so on, right? So this is part of the game, and human psychology won't really change. So this is why it's really important to know that you do have different things that you can actually use in e-commerce to win. And discounts, deals, increasing the perceptual value of your product, of your brand, it all works. But not having discounts at all is something that maybe Apple can do, but especially if we look at the, let's say, drinks category, or even the clothes, any category, almost everyone discounts, right? And why do they do that? I mean, are they stupid to just lose margin like that? Are they not smart enough? Do they want to cheapen their brand, their value that they actually want you to believe you're getting? Nope. Because if you offer a discount and you do it with a reason, not just 20% off, 25% off, 40% off because it's the flash sale, the weekend sale, right? You can actually find a good reason for that. You can even send an email mentioning why you are offering a discount. And you can actually speak directly through email, for example. Through paid ads and the landing page, it might be slightly more difficult. You don't want to lose any aura points there maybe. But through email, you have a one-to-one conversation. That's where you can actually have a text-only email. And this is like a pro tip. If you want to print more money, send more text emails. Even myself, I do have a designer. We do designs, beautiful designs in Figma, which are then converted into like Klaviyo files and so on. I'm not even the expert here in terms of the process, but at the same time, the metrics look much better all the time when you actually send a text-only email. Of course, like, you need to know how to send a text email. You don't just send, hey, here's a 20% discount because, and then you end with the brand name at the end. You have to do it with a strategy, right? Hey, this is the founder of this brand. Today, I'm very thankful for whatever, and I want to offer you a 20% discount to actually, or for you to taste maybe if it's a product that you can actually consume, or let's say to wear if it's about apparel. Maybe offer a reason such as, I want you to try our extraordinary, mega amazing clothes or cotton, whatever you are actually offering, right? That is where you can just use ChatGPT or Claude or any kind of model, and it will give you faster and better copy than you can think of, at least from the first try, right? As you can see, like, if you don't prepare for something such as an ad, as copy, then you won't really get as much out of it, right? For example, even myself, before actually filming this video, I did have a few bullet points to make sure that I go over a couple of things, and I do give examples. I do show real life examples as well, and just try to change your perspective in case you weren't on the same page with me, or at the same time just give you an idea in case you weren't thinking of it, because I'm also consuming content all the time, making sure that I learn from smarter people who also spend tens, hundreds of hours researching, thinking about what to do, especially in e-commerce, and then taking the best decisions that they can, right? And eventually, of course, you'll get more sales, more profit, and more customers if you do the right things. So with that, we'll end for today. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can leave a like, you can subscribe for more content like this, and until next time, peace out.